1692 means we got shots fired. 4:15 ASF.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Brett Baer in Washington. 3 men are under arrest for plotting to carry out ISIS-inspired terrorist attacks in New York City in the summer of 2016, including a plan to detonate bombs and shoot people at concert venues. The details were made public today at the Department of Justice. A Canadian man, a U.S. citizen based in Pakistan, and a Philippines citizen are all charged in the case. Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen joins me now with some eerie details in this case. Good evening, James.
Yes, good evening, Brett. And this is all breaking just in the last few minutes. Federal authorities are describing this as an international plot that was thwarted by law enforcement officers, including an undercover FBI agent who convinced the alleged plotters he was an ISIS supporter, prepared to help carry out the planned attacks. One of the targets was said to be Times Square, as it has been before. The purported plot included plans to detonate explosives there. One of the plotters allegedly told this undercover agent, quote, "We seriously need a car bomb at Times Square. Look at these crowds of people." The plotters also allegedly trained their sights on the New York City subway system, purportedly obtaining maps of the system for that purpose. These charges were unsealed just now by federal authorities. One of the suspects, Abdul Rahman El Banasawi, a Canadian citizen, purchased bomb-making materials for use in the attacks and was arrested after traveling to the United States from Canada in preparation for carrying out the attacks back in May 2016. He has entered a guilty plea to terrorism offenses and is awaiting sentencing. The others charged include Talha Haroon, a U.S. citizen based in Pakistan. That's where he was arrested and is awaiting extradition to the United States. The third man charged is Russell Salik, a citizen of the Philippines, from which country he allegedly wired money to bankroll the attacks. Salik was arrested in his home country and is also awaiting extradition. The one individual who is known to be cooperating with authorities at this point, El Banasawi, outlined a plan to target music concerts, emailing at one point that he wanted to, quote, "shoot up concerts because they kill a lot of people. We just walk in with guns in our hands. That's how the Paris guys did it," he added. Elsewhere, he told the undercover officer he wanted to create the next 9/11. All this after he and Haroon, the U.S. citizen in Pakistan, purportedly declared their allegiance to ISIS, Brett, in electronic communications.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a read when they released the details of this. It's interesting on a Friday afternoon from the Justice Department to have this out. We're obviously in the middle of an investigation in Las Vegas where they have not determined a motive. They say they don't have any evidence or ties to ISIS, and yet, you know, this type of attack, right, it appears was being planned or tried to be planned by these guys.
Now, we have seen ISIS claim credit for attacks with which it had nothing to do, where it didn't centrally direct anything in the past. But here ISIS has claimed credit for the Las Vegas attack. And if there were some connection between Stephen Paddock and ISIS, it would appear that the cases, the charges that were just unsealed in this case on a Friday evening would provide a kind of an antecedent for this kind of attack, where ISIS was in communications with at least one of these 3 plotters who expressed an interest in shooting up concerts.
Yeah, we'll follow this. James, thank you.